Back. I'm back. And this video today is for all my people in New York. I'm gonna cue the music right now. Yeah, let's go. Yo, oh man, bro, we about to watch this video right now. Just brought me back memories from New York. Um, Everybody knows Arizona. Arizona 99¢. Every morning you go to the deli, you get a bacon, egg, and cheese. Some people do salt and pepper and ketchup. I don't do all of that. Just give me a bacon, egg, and cheese. And Arizona, I like green tea. My friends used to get the Arizona sweet tea and all the other types of Arizona flavors that was there. But I came across this video about how they kept the Arizona iced tea 99¢. And this is really interesting. So let's get into this.
Arizona Beverages makes about 4 million cans here every day. And on each can of iced tea, you'll see this.
We've essentially had the same price for 33 years.
If the company adjusted its pricing for inflation since 1992, a can of Arizona would cost $2.30 today. But for one of its founders, that's not an option.
The last thing they should do is raise price. That's the last thing you should do in business because it means you failed.
But there was a time when the price Arizona is famous for was under threat. A legal battle between the two founders waged for nearly a decade over who would control the company and the price.
They said, I want to sell. I said, well, that's not the deal. And that's when the fight began.
So how, against all odds, is Arizona iced tea's 99¢ price tag still standing? Arizona Beverages started.
I'm pretty sure with the tariffs now today, Arizona prices have gone up. I'm pretty sure that that's the case now.
More than 30 years ago, and they're still making new flavors.
We get 30, 40, 50 samples with tweaking, touching, smell, finish.
To this day, Arizona's co-founder and chairman Don Voltaggio still tastes every new flavor himself.
It's not generally something that a chairman of a company gets involved in, but I'm not your typical guy.
Don started out by selling something a little harder than iced tea.
I was a beer distributor. I didn't know anything about iced tea, other than I drank it when I was a kid.
But all of that changed one cold morning in 1991.
Bro, like Arizona is a staple of New York City. Like, I don't think y'all understand. And now to see where it came from, that's interesting.
I bumped into a Snapple guy, and he gets his big order for iced tea in the wintertime. And I said, I'm going in the tea business. I made the decision right there.
The next year, Don and his business partner, John Farolito, co-founded Arizona Beverages. But the competition was stiff.
Hi from Snapple.
Snapple was the leading ready-to-drink iced tea brand with 20% of the U.S. market.
Lipton Original.
That same year, Lipton teamed up with Pepsi to launch its first iced tea, Lipton Original.
It's new, and it's extraordinary.
And Coca-Cola and Nestle started selling canned Nestea together.
We didn't have the money or the wherewithal to do the advertising, the other stuff that our major competitors do.
What I did notice and saw firsthand was consumers made a decision right at the cooler.
Most packaging to me is boring. You know, they use traditional colors.
The original designs came from my wife and my house in Queens. It was designed around the South.
That's why I found it. I found it. That's why it's a staple in New York, because the owners lived in Queens. That's what I'm talking about.
West, that was the inspiration.
That's also what inspired the name of the company, despite the fact that
I had never been to Arizona. I had never been west of the Mississippi.
Their next strategic decision was making their cans bigger. While their competitors sold 16 ounces of tea for 99¢, Arizona sold 24 ounces for the same price. But Don says the most important thing was making sure it tasted good.
The first time you buy it is because you saw it and it looked good. But if it don't taste good, I call it game over. You don't buy it again.
In the company,
Yeah, that's true. If I buy something because it look good and I taste it and it's garbage, you ain't never finding me buy that thing again. And I'm gonna promote it. I'm gonna promote to everybody I know that this is trash. But he's right.
company's first 3 years, it sold 18 million cases of raspberry and lemon teas. Still far from the 55.6 million cases Snapple reportedly sold in 1993 alone, Don's strategy was working.
It worked because consumers said, wow, let me try that. It looks great. The price is fair. They bought it and we delivered with great taste.
Retailers could often change how much they charged at the store. So in 1997, Don decided to make a small tweak to the can's label.
And we put the 99 cents on the can.
Oh,
And I had a salesman at the time said, it's the dumbest idea you've ever come up with, boss.
But years later, the price has become so synonymous with the brand, it was spoofed on an episode of Atlanta.
$1.49?
But the price on the can, though.
The price is on the can, though.
By the early 2000s, Arizona was reportedly outselling Snapple.
When somebody lays their hard-earned dollar on the table and gets a can of tea or juice, and they say, wow, that's a good deal, I've now secured that customer.
Over the years, that good deal has helped Arizona build a dedicated fan base.
My name is Hannah Mead. I'm 26 years old, and I am a Zoni.
Zonis are the name for Arizona tea superfans who incorporate their love of...
I didn't know Arizona had like super fans, and they call themselves Zonis. Comment down below if you knew that there's something like this existed. A person called a Zoni.
the brand into their daily lives. Hannah's passion has influenced her wardrobe, her room.
Over the years, I've collected a lot of merchandise where to the point it's, if not the thousands, at least the hundreds. This one is older than me. This one my dad actually gave to me because he had found it and he knew that I was collecting cans.
But most notably,
This is my 2011.
No. That's the green tea can theme. I mean, I drank green tea so much. The Arizona green tea, I've drunk it so much. I could spot that can from 100 miles away.
And Hyundai Genesis Coupe. The design on my car is Arizona green tea, ginseng and honey. All the accessories that I have is Arizona. I tried the green tea when I was about, I want to say 11 or 12. And ever since then, I've just become an ultimate fan of the company.
Hannah has spent the last 5 years transforming her car into Genizona.
It's at least $26,000. Everything is teal and cherry blossom. My headlights, when I have them on, I have a custom etched infinity mirror that inside of it, it says Genizona. I've also painted the gauges with cherry blossoms on it.
Wow.
I have a cooler in the middle with displayed Arizona hearts. I get a lot of pretty exciting reaction to, oh wow. You just look at it, is that Arizona tea?
It's even gotten her noticed by the company.
Somebody caught a roller of me, like a still shot of me going down Coastal Highway, and Arizona ended up posting that photo.
The company has also leaned into its nostalgic 90s look by teaming up with brands like Adidas and Viri Lazari for Arizona-themed merch drops since 2019.
Everybody has a story with the brand, whether you were a younger kid and you had it, or you're...
Yeah, she's right. Everybody has a story. For me, it was bacon, egg, and cheese or can of Arizona, and I'm good for the whole day.
In the older years, the 99 cents overall pricing means that they're looking out for their customers.
But how has Arizona been able to keep its 99-cent promise for so long? Many beverage brands are publicly traded under massive corporations, like Pure Leaf under Pepsi and Gold Peak Tea under Coca-Cola.
Wait a minute, hold on. I didn't know Pepsi made Pure Leaf and Coca-Cola made Gold Peak. That is wild. Comment down below if you knew that, because what? I've been drinking these brands for how long? And I did, wow.
Being privately owned has allowed Arizona to make all major decisions, like pricing.
We can afford to hold the line. We didn't have some bank or some board of director or some stockholder saying, what are you doing?
Take Snapple. Its 16-ounce bottle of tea cost 99 cents in 1992. The company went
Not now.
public later that year, and since then, it's changed hands multiple times, being acquired by corporations like Quaker Oats, Triarch, and Cadbury Schweppes. Today, a 16-ounce bottle of tea costs around $2. We can't
Exactly, like I mentioned.
know for sure if going public caused the price increases, but most of Snapple's competitors sell their tea at similar prices.
Most of the competitors are big, mega corporations that can't be flexible, can't be intuitive, can't do things off the cuff.
Don almost lost control in 2005 when his business partner John wanted Arizona to go public. At the time, Arizona was reportedly receiving buyout offers from major corporations like Nestle and Coca-Cola. What followed was a nearly decade-long legal battle between the founders. An ownership agreement that Don and John made in 1998 required both founders to consent to the sale of any company shares to outsiders. In 2008, John filed a lawsuit claiming the agreement was unenforceable, but ended up losing the case. In 2012, Don elected to buy out John's stake in Arizona, but this decision fueled a court battle about how much the company was actually worth. During the 2014 trial, John's lawyers argued that the company was valued at $4.5 billion based on buyout offers, while Don's put the price tag closer to $426 million. The trial was also littered with accusations of fraud, oppression, and intimidation from both parties.
This is what happens like when you go into business and have a successful business and you have business partners. You'll start pulling hairs out. If you have business partners that actually don't understand where you want to take the company, yeah, you'll start pulling your hairs out.
Don's lawyers claimed in one statement that Don sabotaged bids for Arizona in an effort to oppress John. Meanwhile, Don's lawyers, according to Fortune, accused John of trying to intimidate Don and Arizona's employees by bringing an NYPD detective and other armed men into the company's headquarters. As the pair fought, Arizona was at a standstill.
I couldn't make necessary investments. I couldn't do things for the future. I couldn't do technology. I was kind of being scrutinized.
Finally, in 2015, Don was ordered to pay John $1 billion for his 50% stake in the company, marking the dispute as the biggest corporate dissolution case in New York State history.
I had to, because I had thousands of employees that would be unemployed. And there's some people go into business and their game is to sell. That's not my game.
See, now that's someone you would want to work for because he cares about the people who works for him instead of just saying, oop, oh well, find another job. You get what I mean?
After it was behind me, I said, now it's our time to build a good foundation.
But keeping the low price tag has been more difficult. The cost of aluminum has more than doubled since Don founded the company, and he worries things could get worse since he imports most of the fruit.
It's been a little challenging lately with the tariff talk. We buy about 100 million pounds of aluminum every year.
In 2020, Arizona reduced its can size to 22 ounces. While Arizona told Business Insider they changed the size for efficiency and to use less aluminum, some think it's an example of shrinkflation, a strategy used by many other companies in recent years. 3 years later, the company raised the prices of its 20-ounce plastic bottle, which jumped from $1 to $1.25. It's something fans noticed and have occasionally called out. The company has taken trucks off the road during the daytime to reduce transportation costs and introduced new machinery to help.
I mean, here's the thing, like, people don't understand. They've been, purchasing something for so many years, but because of what's going on in the government and what's going on in, in life in general, and, the prices on things that go up, the prices on materials that go up, you can't keep the same price forever. The economy changes. You can't. And people like get mad and, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, yo, this company is literally struggling. What's 25 cents more on the dollar? Like, even if it went up to $1.50, like, come on, let's be real. In today's day and age, it makes sense. But people don't think about the company. They think about themselves.
Speed up production.
When we first started the business, the can lines ran at about 100 a minute. Now we run them up to 1,500 cans a minute. And to keep it affordable, we got to be very modern and very efficient.
Don says he also spent very little on traditional advertising.
I don't think it works. What we found was if a consumer gets a good value, he's a good consumer for the retailer as well, because he becomes loyal to that store.
Don is also strategic on how he adds new flavors, like the green tea with honey and ginseng he introduced in 1995.
My wife and I were on a plane going to Hong Kong, and she ordered green tea and told me how healthy it was. And I tried it. I said, it tastes disgusting. I said, if we can make it taste good, it'd be great.
His wife was, again, the designer behind the iconic floral can.
And one of my sales guys at the time said, men are not going to buy a product with pink flowers on it. I said, great, well, let's get all the women to buy it.
Today, the green tea is one of Arizona's best sellers and most recognizable cans.
See, like I said in the beginning, like, yo, I've always drunk green tea, and I can recognize green tea from 100 miles away.
Over the years, the company has faced several lawsuits related to misleading labeling on their products, including one that claimed the green tea had no ginseng in it. That suit was settled in 2023, according to Bloomberg Law. Arizona also released dozens of other flavors, including mango, watermelon, and peach.
Yes, the mango was amazing.
Mango out west is our #1 seller. Watermelon in Mexico is our best seller.
I like Arnold Palmer. I like the zero sugar one I drink all the time. Tastes great. I met Arnold over 20 years ago. I liked lemon and tea mixed together, and I liked him. He was a terrific man. And we introduced it today. That's our second best seller. We sold last year over 500 million containers with his face on it. Pretty good.
Since the settlement, Don and his team have produced new items like snacks, coffee, and energy drinks.
Hold on, hold the press, stop the press. Arizona has coffee, snacks, and energy drinks. Comment down below if you knew Arizona. What? If you knew Arizona had all these things. I didn't know Arizona had coffee. I feel like every company is starting to make coffee now.
He's even gone back to his alcohol distributing roots with some of the brand's newest products.
Stop playing with me. Arizona has alcohol.
Citizens are hard with vodka.
But even in this new era for Arizona, Don says he has no plans to raise the price of the 22-ounce cans.
I want to grow like a weed. Every morning I'm excited to do what I do. I got the satisfaction of what we're doing here is right because I saw expressions. I saw people's emotions. It's great. And that's the big payoff for me. I used to have this dream about a gate that would open when I pull in, and the God knew me, and he opened and let me in. That was a dream I had when I was 10.
Wow, that's interesting. If you knew some information about Arizona, please comment below. Let's talk about it. All right, that's it for this video. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.